They believe in their mind unconsciously that your ability to speak English fluently is a measure of intelligence. Uh, People need to Google what intelligence means. English is just a language. It's just a means of communication. Have you not seen people that speak quaint English with so much eloquence, but they are very stupid people? Do you know that you can communicate stupidity so eloquently?
Yes.
Go to Twitter, you will know that. Hey, what's up? Hope Peter's here. You're welcome to Mindshift. Sam is here, as always.
Yeah, you're welcome to my shit. And happy Independence Day to everyone.
I don't know about that, but it's okay. So, I'm sure you have heard people say, "Oh, I don't know how to speak my language," oh.
Of course.
And they say it with so much pride. Do you think it's a thing of pride not to actually know how to speak your own language?
It's not pride, it's a shame if you can't if you can't speak your language. Of course it's a shame. I mean, it is we see other countries, we see other people, they speak their language. I mean, they don't even try to imitate other people's
Yeah,
language.
yeah.
We see China, we see other countries
Yeah,
like that.
Arab
So
people.
yeah, they speak, Arabic language and everything. But yeah, like you said, some people just come with like, what do you mean? I don't even know how to speak. What I can't speak Igbo, or I'm not fluent. I can't,
Yes.
And it's actually, like I said again, it's a shame that we can't speak our mother tongue.
And you know one thing again, you would see an Igbo person calling another Igbo person Igbotic. You know, when you speak with an accent,
Yes.
they say you are Igbotic. I think you are Igbo. You're supposed to be Igbotic. I mean, the French man speaks with the French accent, but a Nigerian Yoruba man doesn't want to have a Yoruba accent. It's okay if you don't. Some people don't have. But my problem is a Yoruba person would yab a Yoruba person for having a Yoruba accent.
And say it's too conk, it's too.
Yeah.
And why you speaking?
Do you think that is an inferiority complex thing with black people?
I think we should now boil it down to Westernization and civilization. So I think we have brought more of Westernization than civilization to this part of this world. In essence, we try to imitate what the white people are doing. We try to
Yeah.
imitate their culture. We try
Yeah.
to imitate most of the things they are doing. I mean, they are more developed than
Of
us,
course.
which we all know, we all accept. I mean, we can imitate their development
Yeah.
and bring it into our own field, not imitating their values, their
culture.
cultural values, their way of life and all of those things.
So that means that, in essence, we are mistaking Westernization for civilization.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
so people think that if you behave like the Westerners, behave like Oyibo people, then you are more modern than other people. You're more civilized.
Yes.
So that means that civilization is like upgrading what is to make it better, make it more modern,
Yeah, more
make it more
profound.
like more recent.
Yes.
But that's where the mistake is, you know. Now, it's not a bad thing if you can speak English. I mean, we speak English, right? It's not a bad thing if you can speak English. I know that when we were much younger in primary school, secondary school, if you speak your language, they say you're speaking vernacular. And vernacular was looked at a bad word.
Yeah.
Like, vernacular sounded like a bad word.
Like,
maybe because at that time we didn't even like the word was heavy.
It was heavy.
Stop speaking vernacular, and they actually punish you for speaking your language.
Punish you for speaking your language.
Do you understand? Meanwhile, in Britain, English is vernacular.
Yes.
Vernacular simply means the local language. Simply means the local language. And when we talk about misunderstanding, do you know that I think it's an inferiority thing? I think that Africans, black people, we have this inferiority complex. I'm telling you this thing. Here's the thing. There's a historical aspect to Westernization, which was during the colonization era, the Western people brought their culture to other people, using Africa as an example. You know, they imposed their culture on us. You know, brought their school system, brought their language, which we are speaking now, brought their dressing, their way of life, you know. They forced those things on us, at least. So those ones, we can't help it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Just for context, we don't have a problem. It's not like every part of Western culture is a bad thing. There are those we have adopted and we can't help it anymore.
Yes.
We're already where we are.
Yes.
Now, but my problem is that inferiority complex that makes us feel like anything Western is superior. When they came with that superiority idea that their own is superior to
Yeah.
ours. Our things are evil. They took our images of our ancestors. They said, oh, they are worshiping idols. These are graven images. They took it and they brought their own images. They brought cross with
Cross, yeah.
Jesus on
Yeah.
top. That's an image. It's that thing is not Jesus.
Yes.
We accepted it. In fact, we are defending it.
Yes.
Our things are evil, but their own things are good. This is how inferior we feel. Like everything that is ours, that represents us, we are beginning to replace. We are actually replacing it. You are Yoruba. Amala, Ewedu, Begiri is
Yeah.
staple Yoruba food.
Yes.
And then you see a Yoruba person say, Amala, I don't eat that thing. Do you understand? Now, you don't have to eat Amala because you're Yoruba. Don't denigrate it. Do you get my point?
Yes.
And Igbo person say, oh, you're eating abacha. Like that thing.
But they not make it look like abasha.
Do you like?
You know, abasha means something that is disgusting. Abacha is not abasha.
The way they look at it. Do you understand? Now again, you don't have to eat it because you are Igbo. Don't denigrate it. This same person would garnish noodles, Indomie, and cook it, which is not even healthy in the first place.
Dog and all of
You
those
see, that abacha is healthier than the noodle to start with, but it's a white man's thing, so it's better. You see, that is, we need to recalibrate our mindsets. We don't have to go back because I know somebody somewhere is thinking that he has a very intelligent comment to make, and then what they will say is, "Are you saying we should go back to the old?" That's not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that your language is not a bad thing. I'm saying that your local food is not a bad thing. You don't have to eat it, no problem. But please, for the love of God, don't make it look like it is nonsense.
It is nonsense. Like it's.
Don't make nonsense of what is your own. You don't have an identity. The truth is, no matter how good you speak English, you're not English.
I mean,
Chinedu, no matter how good you speak English, you're not English. There's no other way to tell you this thing.
sorry to say, even the name you mentioned now, even in names, people now change their names. They've reconstructed names. I mean, a local name that is given to you has now changed.
They don't want to, like, some people don't want anything that identifies them. No, they don't want to bear their local name.
Yeah.
They will replace somebody whose name is Nkiru now identifies as Rookie. Like, it has to be funkified. You know, Rookie. Yeah, Nkiru is Rookie. You know, Chimamanda is Mandy. Like, make it, everything has to be modernized. It's a very terrible complex.
It is.
Because if you don't respect yourself, if you don't value your own, who is going to actually value yours? And it's not a bad thing to raise your kids speaking English language. They say the world is a global village, right? So you need a language that is more globalized. But it's a terrible thing when you replace your own with English language.
Yes.
Because some people actually think that, even though they don't know it, but they believe in their mind unconsciously that your ability to speak English fluently is a measure of intelligence. People need to Google what intelligence means. English is just a language. It's just a means of communication. Have you not seen people that speak Queen's English with so much eloquence, but they are very stupid people? Do you know that you can communicate stupidity so eloquently?
Yes.
Go to Twitter, you will know that. You know, but that's, by the way. Do you think that there is a negative impact of Westernization on our own in this part of the world? What are the negative effects that you have noticed?
I mean, we can cite so many examples. Respect.
Oh, yeah. Westernization has depleted our moral values.
I mean, children no longer respect. They don't know how to prostrate. You see a young kid that should, for instance, in Yoruba culture,
Yes.
when you see someone older than you, you prostrate or kneel
Mm-hmm.
to greet such person.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see a child and you expect that that child should do it,
It's
and
looking
you're
at
looking
you.
at the child looking at you like, what am I supposed to do? Good afternoon, sir. And they just greeting you, good afternoon, sir. In fact, to even bow his head is a
Yes.
problem.
Yes.
And you're expecting that this child should prostrate and greet me.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's the way it's done.
I want to shake
And
your hand.
in fact, yes, you see a child you're trying to greet now, and he's shaking, he's raising his hand to you first, and you're wondering like, Shomo, you le corny, corny, that kind of thing. And you're wondering like, what are the parents doing? Why would this child not know how to,
Yeah.
genuflect or do
Yes.
that kind of
Yes.
thing?
Yes. Yes.
And it's really really a shameful thing that
So it has affected our
it
moral
has
values.
affected it
No, no respect.
so bad. No respect anymore. No
It affected our dressings too.
addressing, even our weddings. So
Oh yes.
we now take the white wedding more superior than
Oh yeah.
than
Yes,
our
yes,
cultural wedding.
That this table. This table. Do you know that the people we are copying? Yeah, they only have one wedding, right?
Yes, only one
They only
wedding,
have one
yes, the
wedding,
white
which
wedding.
is their wedding. Now we they call a white wedding. I mean, it's in the name. It's the white man's wedding.
Yes.
It's in the name. Now, if you pay bride price and do the normal trad, you're not even married first yet until you wear suit and white gown.
Yes, no, it's true. You're not married.
You will hear people say, "We've done trad, so we are waiting for the white wedding." Like it has to happen.
It has to.
Like it has to happen. That is good. That is not. I don't like it over. That's not bad. But the one that annoys me more is that you will do traditional marriage and you're baking cake. Like that's that's how far.
It's true. I mean, it's true.
We now bake cake in traditional marriages. Traditional marriages. We are supposed to be seeing kola nut, palm wine. Not enough that we have adopted their own style. No, we are now bringing it to spoil our own with it. What is cake doing in traditional marriage? What exactly is cake doing? Anyway, so what do you think how do you think we can deal with this stuff?
I mean, in the aspect of, you've said it all in the aspect of the language. You've said that already, that we should encourage. I think we should just encourage parents to imbibe speaking our own language, our mother tongue rather, in our kids. Let them learn at home. In school, they can speak English.
Of course.
You teach them, you pay for school fee and everything. They teach them, they teach in English. When they come home, then you can start teaching them how to speak in their language, in their local language. If it's Yoruba, if it's Igbo, if it's Hausa, or any other language, It might not be everything, but try to communicate with them, like that.
Yes.
And also in every sphere, also in our weddings, even in our food, even in our values, even in respect, even in most of the things that we feel it is our culture, it's our tradition, that's our concept, that's where we started from.
Yeah.
We should not just let it slide. Rather, even if there are some conflicts or there are things in our culture that we feel like, no, this stuff that's where civilization comes. We need to upgrade.
Exactly.
We need to change it
not
in such
all
a way.
aspects of our culture is good.
It's not all.
So we need to do away with many of those things which are detrimental to human existence, which tramples upon human rights.
Yes.
We need to do away with all those things.
Yes,
It is not replacing them with Western culture. No, it is removing the ones that are not good.
Yes,
and upgrading the ones that are still okay. Like our language. Why should you not speak your language and speak another person's own? It's okay if your parents did not raise you speaking your own language, all right, for whatever reasons. But now that you're of age, you need to know that speaking your language is a thing of pride.
Come up with accents and try to, I want to have a UK accent. You see someone that just traveled 2 years or 3 years
Those
in
ones
UK.
actually even travel. There are people who have not left
Nigeria, they have accent and they start, trying to like, okay, really?
and they want to oppress other people.
Really? If you want to
It's really
speak English,
healthy.
you don't have to use accent. Just speak good English. Your pronunciation should be very good. Articulate. That's
It's
just all.
okay for an Igbo person to have Igbotic accent. You are Igbo. Your Igbotic accent is good. It's okay for a Yoruba person to have a Yoruba accent. Stop being timid. Like your thing is your thing. I don't know. There's just something about black people.
We are just,
Something
our
about black
mentality. Just our mentality is
Thank
just
you
very,
for watching, Jerry. I'm angry. Bye bye.
just like that.